aika huivit ylös nostaa. SJK! Ei me luovuteta koskaan. Ei koskaan. SJK! Jos et tajunnut tosta, niin se Seinäjoen jalkapallokerho. SJK! Ja muita joo, eikä tuu, se on meidän kerho.
Moi, I'm Mark.
And I'm Jules, and this is the Seinäjoki Football Supporters Podcast, bringing you news, reviews and interviews from SJK Seinäjoki.
Yeah, but we're doing it in English for an international fan base. So, Jules, who's joining us for this episode?
Well, let's have a little bit of a clue about that. Who is the all-time leading Finnish goal scorer, the Finnish national team?
Teemu Pukki.
Yeah, Timo Goat. Yep, Teemu Pukki. Yep. Well, we've got someone who's 29% better than Teemu Pukki.
Have we really?
Yep. We've got second in the goal scoring chart with 9 goals to Teemu Pukki's only 7. Yep. So it's 29% better. We've got Kasper Paananen. Yay!
Hi, Kasper. Thanks for joining us.
Hello. What an intro.
Yeah. How does it
What an
feel to be
intro.
better than Teemu Pukki?
Well, I'm not gonna get arrogant here. Teemu Pukki is all-time Finnish player. So I'm not gonna get too arrogant after 1 or 2 good seasons, but feels good. Of course, it's a cool thing to be in front of him in the goal scoring charts.
Yeah, I think it's interesting for us as fans to see how you have developed in the team this year. We'll come on to that, I guess, in a little while and talk about you. We're also going to look back at the recent games in July, which I've missed all of them because I've been on holiday. That was quite spectacular timing. I think I missed 3 games while in July and got back in time for the most recent game, which was Kortepe.
Oh, Kortepe.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Kortepe.
no, sorry. No.
So maybe Jules, we did have a shout out, but we'll maybe hold that one over for another time till we can confirm the identity of our shoutee.
Yeah, I think I remember his name, but I don't want to be 100% sure.
Yeah, let's not wrongly shout out.
Or I'd want to be 100% sure, but I'm not 100% sure.
Let's have a little chat with Kasper about his career so far before we start talking about the recent games. Kasper grew up in Oulu and played for a few local clubs in Oulu before moving to Bologna, aged 16. I've got a question about that.
Go on, let's start with that then. Let's go for that.
Well, I just want to say, first of all, that you played 61 games for Bologna's academy teams and scored 20 goals, which is a pretty good rate of return, and then returned to Finland 4 years later in 2023. And I read that you played a couple of games elsewhere, but essentially you joined SJK from there, played a season in the academy, 8 goals in 26 games, and also this season, 20 goals in 45 appearances. It's pretty impressive. And also in there, international appearances for the age group teams under 16, 17 and 19, 8 goals in 16 appearances. Does this all? I got this from Wikipedia, which is the home of the made-up facts. So does that all sound about right to you?
It sounds like a lot, but I'll take it. It. Of course, I don't have the exact numbers in my head. I cannot remember those, but that sounds somewhere in the right range.
Well, so my first question then is that on my other podcast, the Finnish Football Show, we often discuss the benefits of Finnish players moving overseas at an early age. And as I said, you went to Bologna age 16. How was that as an experience, and how did you benefit from that?
Well, really exciting, really nice experience all around. Got a lot of experience as a footballer there, and also since I went there when I was 16, I grew up a lot, having to become a little bit more independent and learn how to really take care of myself, and also learn a lot about how cruel the footballing world is. That you have to be really lethal. You have to be ready to take your opportunity when you get that, and that the opportunities are not common. You have to work for those opportunities, and you can spend a year or two working for those opportunities, and when you get a chance, then you have to take it.
Have you got
Is
any
that a
examples?
harsh lesson? Is that a harsh lesson at a young age?
No, but I think it's a good lesson. I think it's a good good to have that taste of that cruelty of professional football and professional like a Serie A uh, club, and how things work there, how the whole club operates, and yeah, what it takes to someday go back and excel in that environment. And that's I think that's a really good experience for a young player to go there and see what it's like.
This year, SJK Juniors, which is not the academy, but the kind of the junior club connected to SJK, a player moved from there directly to Hamburg, Elias Lahti, which is he's a goalkeeper. Incredible move. Were you able to? Did you know him? Did you speak to him? Did you give him any advice about the move?
I don't remember if we talked. I remember I talked with somebody about that, like before the move was happening, but I'm not sure. It's a little bit a gray memory. I'm not really sure. But
what advice would you have given?
I would have given him, well, I don't know. Of course, football is a different game for goalkeepers, and career paths are really different for goalkeepers than other players. And I think especially for a goalkeeper, if you get a move into an academy and you get that experience, but if you also get some type of breakthrough there in the academy teams, and you get the chance to be the number one or number two goalkeeper and fight for the number one spot, I think it can be a really nice experience. And also to have that as a young goalkeeper, if you have that in your CV, that you have been in that caliber of academy, I think it does a lot also for your future career.
And talking about like developing your career, how do you think you've developed? Like, I suppose across the 3 seasons or 2.5 seasons you played at SJK.
Well, when I came back to Finland, when I came to SJK, I have to be honest, I wasn't at my best mentally. I wasn't at my best, mentally, because I had lost a little bit of the joy to play football. It's not like I didn't want to play football, but I had lost a little bit in the last season in Bologna. I don't know, the enjoyment during the game, and I was maybe a little bit too hard on myself, and yeah, when I came here I of course expected to get some minutes also in the first team, and get the chance at least, but didn't go as planned in that sense. But of course, it was a good season for me to play in the academy, and it was a great season for the academy. And for me personally, and I feel like I was able to find that joy again, that enjoyment of playing.
When did that come back?
I feel like, well, I was really lucky also that Stevie came. I have to say that I was really lucky that Stevie came into SJK at the same time as me, and he became the coach of the academy, because his way of playing football, that really free and fluid football. Of course, if you're my type of player that likes to be on the ball and likes to get into the spaces and get into the box to finalize the actions. Of course, the type of football that Stevie likes to play is something that will bring you joy. As I can imagine also for you guys, after when last season when Stevie became the first team head coach, the game changed drastically, and the type of game that the first team played. And I don't know, you tell me which one has been more entertaining. Of course, it's really entertaining, and of course also in the pitch, it's nice to play.
Yep.
It would have been difficult to make this podcast 2 seasons ago.
We wouldn't have made it.
I mean, it would
We
have,
wouldn't have made it.
What would there be to talk about? At least the thing that's refreshing was when Stevie came in and just said, "I don't want to play boring football, because I have to watch it as well. I want it to be entertaining.
Yeah.
I want to win, but I want it to be fun." And that you don't hear that often. So that's quite something. And that season, like you said, you kind of had one season to show him what you can do. It was the 2023 season where the academy almost got into the playoffs for promotion to the Veikkausliiga, which was
we would have gotten promoted actually because of Honka bankruptcy.
Oh yeah, that's true.
If we won that game, it would have been a interesting situation.
And it literally went down to like the last minute of the last game, where we let in a goal that sort of stopped it happening.
So that would bring us the real Pohjanmaa, the real Etelä-Pohjanmaan derby.
Exactly.
SJK versus SJK Academy.
Yes.
But
I think maybe in the long run, it was like of course, in the moment we were after the Gnistan game with the academy, the playoff game, we were destroyed mentally, and we felt like we had the chance to make history, and we were so close to that. But maybe in the long run, it's a good thing for everyone that we didn't do that, because if you look at the financial situation, to have for the academy to get the license and take the license, it's difficult, and also the fact that it's
not allowed, is it? It's against the regulations.
No, we should have had to change the name or something,
right,
change the organization,
and ownership and stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah, right. It should become like a separate club. So of course that one, and also if we got promoted and SJK didn't take the promotion, didn't accept the promotion, we would be automatically relegated to, I think, Kolmonen.
Really?
Maybe.
Wow.
I didn't know that. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, so there was that also, that you are kind of, you have to really take the promotion. You cannot decline it.
Huh. Well, it was good that we didn't win.
Yes.
Yeah, and also the fact that because of that, Stevie became the first team coach, and
you'd have your
life is better.
Yeah, for everyone, and you'd had 1 year to show him what you can do, and then you both moved up to the first team squad together with others from the academy team as well. But back to that question. So you came into the Veikkausliiga last year and played a lot, but maybe maybe more of those games starting as sub or coming off during the game.
I have an interesting statistic.
Go on then.
Okay, so Kasper has already played as many minutes as he played last season.
There you go. Good. That shows I know what I'm talking about.
Scored one more goal than the whole of last season. But in last season, those minutes were spread over 28 games, and this season it's 18 games.
There you go.
Yeah, the role has gotten bigger, for sure.
So when Puru Hamnala left,
how do you feel about that? The bigger role, the more responsibility.
Of course, I love it. Of course, every player, especially in attacking positions, wants to have that responsibility and wants to have that trust also from the coach to have the minutes and yeah, of course it's only positive. It's
and
the responsibility and all the trust is amazing, and it's the, of course, it also, as a player, when you know that you have the trust of the coach, it gives you a little bit of you don't relax, but it gives you a little bit of peace of mind that you have time. You have a lot of time during the 90 minutes that you probably will play. You have a lot of time to help the team, and you have the trust of the coach to keep you on the pitch.
Sorry, Mark. I think you were probably going to ask a better question than mine.
No, I think I was going to ask the same question, but just going to lead into the fact that Puru left at the end of last season, and Kasper's role has kind of grown, and it seemed obvious for everyone that with Puru moving out of number 10 position or number 10 shirt and position, that Kasper would fill in that, even though they're different types of players. And I think Kasper's a bit more direct, and Puru is more get the ball, control the ball, and feed his teammates.
So you could say that Puru is a passer and Kasper is a finisher.
Well, yeah. I mean Puru scored goals last year as well, but yeah, certainly Kasper's become much more prolific.
I can remember Stevie saying that Puru is a kind of a pass first player. That his first idea is to pass. But I think with Kasper, is your first idea is where's the goal?
Yeah, of course, depending on the situation, maybe. Yeah, that's the key difference between me and Puru, that maybe I have more on my mind all the time to find the goal and find the action towards the goal, but maybe he has the eye to and the idea. The first idea is to look for his teammates and feed, like you guys said perfectly. He likes to feed his teammates, feed the ball to them, and find them in good positions and create the attacking phase that way.
Yeah, both good qualities to have. So, with your position, do you prefer the number 10 position, or do you prefer it like last season, further out wide?
Number 10 position, of course, because I don't know. I can play on the right and also left wing if I'm needed to, and it's not a problem. But I feel like for my qualities, it's more. It's better for the team to have me in a more central role where I can get into the pockets and find the spaces there and get the ball in those areas and then continue the play from those positions instead of finding me in a more wider position where I then have to cut inside or find another pass out wide. Or I feel like for my qualities, it's better to be in a more central role for sure.
Stevie has been complaining a lot this season about referees, but more about the fact that a lot of fouls get given against us, and we concede a lot more fouls, and we don't win the fouls that we should. I'm not going to ask you to comment on that, but I am going to ask you, what do you think about his comments that the Veikkausliiga isn't tough or maybe physical enough, and doesn't develop Finnish players well enough to then go on to play overseas? Do you feel that as well about the style of the Veikkausliiga?
Of course, he has a point there, because you can see it also in the Euro games. Like, what's the number one difference between how the referees blow the whistle on Euro games, European games, or against Veikkausliiga games? If you compare those two, of course, it's in those European games you can play a bit tougher, and the ref doesn't give the fouls that easily, and it's not maybe not that easy to like get a foul intentionally. Like if you're looking for the foul, the referee can see that and not give the foul because of that. And I think that you could see that also in our European games, that like the first game at home against Klaksvik, that we weren't ready for that intensity and that line of refereeing.
So is it quite difficult to switch between the two types of play, or is it just it was so unfamiliar?
No, because it shouldn't be, because we knew that, and Stevie and all the coaching staff, everybody knew that, and everybody said that make sure that you like reminded us that in these European games it will be more tougher, and you will not get the same fouls as in Veikkausliiga. So we knew that, but of course it's different to know that and then feel that in the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, you cannot go behind that and say that it had something to do with us losing, but we have to also learn from that when we go to those games, and when we go have those experiences, we have to get tough and have to be ready for that kind of intensity. And now we have that experience, but for a lot of us, it was the first time being in the European game. So maybe there was also a little bit of maybe you can say that affected also the fact that we weren't ready for that intensity, because when you look at other teams that are in Europe, they have maybe Ilves the only one who doesn't have that many players who have played European games, but also they have a couple of players. But we have such a young team that has a lot of players who played with me in the academy season. So of course we haven't had those experiences enough, but now we have that experience and we can learn from that, and we can go be more ready for the next ones.
Yeah, hopefully next season.
Yes.
You talking about traveling to the Faroe Islands. How was it on the plane with some of the supporters being on the plane with you? Did everybody behave themselves?
Yes, probably we would. No, none of us would have behaved ourselves if we would have gone through. But
that's fair.
But since we lost, everything was calm and collected, and wasn't. It was nice. Of course, it's nice to have everybody on the same plane, but yeah, you don't really get up on the plane, so it's not that different.
No, it was interesting for us because there were loads of photos being shared from the people that were traveling about their journey. And I think there was just one photo in the plane, and it was just interesting to see, like, that's one of the Kloppid, and that's one of the players. And then there's another Kloppid, and then there's another player. And it's such an unusual situation, but I thought it was nice. It looked good. It felt like that's everyone that's going to represent SJK traveling together.
Exactly.
And you built up a really good relationship with the fans. Just stand up for us, Kasper, just to show those that are watching YouTube what you're wearing now. Look at that. He's got his Kloppid t-shirt on. And
Of course.
that shows something as well, because not every player would have that, and not every player would probably want to wear that. But that shows that.
Yeah, well, you guys gave it to me. You guys gave it to me after last season, so I had to put it on for this special occasion.
Nice.
You're almost like a number 12 on the pitch.
And now it's getting very complicated, Jules.
Well, because we're number 12, aren't we? The Kloppid are number 12, so
yeah.
All right, thanks, Kasper. We'll keep you with us because we want to pick your brains about certain things that have been going on at the club during July. But maybe, Jules, there's a couple of news stories. I think one we've sort of talked about a bit, but you can give a little bit more detail there.
Yeah, last time we were here, we welcomed Puro Hanala back, and we say good luck in your future career.
Yeah.
And he's already gone to FK. Oh gosh, I shouldn't have said
Haugesundin.
Thank you. Well done. Have you been practicing?
Well, my boss is Norwegian, so I'm becoming a little bit more familiar with Norwegian words. And
Okay, can you say that again?
Haugesundin is how you've written it down here.
Right. Yeah.
Haugesundin.
So they're in the Norway's top flight. What's the division called?
Eliteserien.
Okay. But unfortunately, they're not doing very well. They've got 2 points from 17 games. So if Puro helps them stay up, he's going to have a contract for life there, I think.
That's a tough gig, isn't it? 2 points from 17.
Yeah.
But I suppose for him, go there, perform well, maybe get picked up by a Norwegian club higher up the division, and then you're looking at some quite big clubs on the European scene as well.
And also if you can help the team stay up after a bad start like this, they have also bought but signed some other Finnish players, as I imagine you have seen Mika Koskela and from Oulu, who was on loan from Tromsø.
Yeah, because it's Toni Korkeakunnus is the former HJK manager, is their coach there, isn't he?
Yes.
So he's taken a few Finns over.
Yeah. So let's see if the Finnish guys can switch it up and help the team to stay up.
Let's keep an eye on this, Jules, over the pod. Let's give people a bit of an update how Puru's getting on.
Yeah, and I'm not sure we should ask this question from Kasper, but you don't have to answer. How does it feel that Puro comes back and he played number 10 last season? Does it feel that, okay, now I've got to fight for my place, or okay, that my role is changing? And you don't have to answer this if it's a bit too...
No, but I can answer. Of course, I can answer. Of course, it's when Puro comes back, of course, when you have a player like Puro come back to the team, of course, you, as a coach, you have to try to find a way to get him on the pitch. It would be stupid to not play him.
Yeah.
So I think maybe if you look at like our playing types, maybe if you have to put one of us on the, like I played on the right some of the, like maybe 1 or 2 games when Puro came back. Maybe I don't know if I felt like any competition, because there is a way to put both of us at the same time on the pitch, like how it happened. We played a lot of games at the same time, and also because of how fluid our movement in the our way of playing is it's not a problem if I start on the right or he starts on the right and one of us starts in the middle, because I know that during the match we will move around and we will both try to just find the space.
So is it more easy in a team managed by Stevie than, for an example, in a team where the positions are much more rigid?
Probably yes, and also because Stevie knows that he can play me in different positions. So also because of that, it makes it easier.
Yeah.
The other,
Did Pirlo used to play out wide? Mark, can you remember?
who?
Pirlo, did he used to play out wide a bit more? But he wasn't always so central, was he? Or was
He played like when Guinea was still the coach, they played Diamond in the middle, and I
Right.
remember he was the left
Yeah.
left
Okay.
side of the
Yeah.
Diamond.
Because he was doing a lot of work, I remember, with, well, this is even before that, with Dennis and Morello.
Yeah, that little triangle down the left was
Yeah.
quite something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe 3 years ago.
Yeah.
The other big story, Jules, is that Ash Civil has left the club by mutual consent, as it was announced, as the academy head coach, and we now have a new academy director. Is that the right description? Paulo Lopes, who's Portuguese, played for Benfica as a goalkeeper, coached Benfica as a goalkeeper coach, and also as the reserve team coach, and has now come to take that position with SJK.
It's interesting to think that Benfica has got a great record for developing young players and moving them on. I think I read something that they're one of the most successful in monetary values, at least, in selling on their youth team players. So maybe this is a good fit that wise.
Yeah, and all the best to Ash, friend of the pod, Ash, and friend of ours as well over the last couple of years. And I know that he's on taking a long road trip back to Seinäjoki to collect some belongings, and he's got this plan to visit loads of clubs in many different countries in Europe. But hopefully we'll see him soon and be able to have a leaving drink and wish him and Alice farewell.
It's nice to talk to somebody, and when you say city, you're talking about, which city you're talking about.
Manchester City.
No.
Oh, you mean Leicester City?
Leicester.
Sorry, yeah,
Leicester
okay.
City, yeah.
So, Kasper, have you met Paulo yet? I haven't seen or heard anything from him, but that may be me being out of the loop. Have you met him yet?
I have seen him. I think it was his first day. He came to say hi to our staff and was watching our training. At that moment, we didn't yet know that he was going to be the new coach of the academy. But
what does that make you think? It's like, is there a new coach coming? Is this a scout? What's going on here? I have to play extra good today.
I don't know. He looked really Italian, so I asked Adriel if he's Italian, and he said no, he's Portuguese. So yeah,
difficult to.
But I didn't meet him yet.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's the news, and we've been banging on for quite a while already, Jules. So maybe we don't need to go through full blow-by-blow account of the recent games. But we should certainly
say, okay, we're out of Europe.
Yeah, and I think Kasper's talked a bit about the European games, but we lost.
Just have to say that Glasvik are still going strong though. They're in the third round of the Conference League.
They are a strong team.
Yeah, they're 2-0 up in that leg as well. So yeah.
So we lost at home 2-1 and then away 2-0. And as you say,
I think the home game killed us, because we should have won. To be honest, first half we were a little bit under pressure, but then the second half we were knocking on the door. We were close to get the 2-1 goal, but then they scored a goal from a corner, and we lost that game 2-1. And then when we traveled to the Faroe Islands, we got to experience how good they are at home. They will for sure go far. But I mean, you could feel it after that game. You could feel, of course, we were angry, and sad for going out. But then a couple of days after, when you start to think about it, and when you put 1 + 1 together, you start to realize that they are a really strong team who has a lot of European experience, and they are really strong at home.
The smallness of the
Like,
pitch, a lot's been made of that.
Yeah.
Does that affect? How much does it affect?
Of course, it helps them a lot because they are a really direct team, as you probably saw, and they whip the ball in the box from every throw inside the 40-yard radius from the goal. So every throw in is a chance for them because the ball comes in like a bullet, and also they are really strong in all set pieces and especially corners. So of course it helps them a lot to have that a little bit narrower and shorter pitch, because they are already strong. But when they have to, they are strong and already strong in the defensive phase. But when they have to defend even smaller spaces, they are really strong in that, and it's really hard to break through them because they have such big threat in those set pieces. It's really tough because you don't want to give them throw-ins because you know that the ball will come in.
It's almost like
So
if
at home they are really strong.
If you're defending, then you put it out for a corner rather than put it out for a throw in. It doesn't make a difference.
Yeah,
does
it's a
it?
50-50. It doesn't really make a difference like in a normal game it would.
Yep.
I think it's the difference again between an inexperienced young team playing against a team that's played a lot together, not just for Klaksvik but also for the Faroese national team. So you can see, and I remember reading more than once that they play a different style of football in their league, but then when they play in Europe, they have this more defensive counter-attacking thing. So if you can be good at both styles, that's a decent team, isn't it? And I think this is the great thing about the Conference League, is that teams from countries like the Faroe Islands or Finland or whatever can be competitive and try and push themselves towards the group stage. Or is it a group stage anymore? Is it a league stage? I don't know how it is.
I've got a lot of. I like the Conference League. It's very good.
Oh, yeah. Is that because Chelsea won it, Jules?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the Club World Champions. They won the Conference League as well.
How good a Conference
made
League
up
winners
tournament.
Yeah. All right. So then on Sunday the 20th of July. Now this is where I did watch the away game in Europe. We sat around my laptop in the hotel bar and watched that game. But then on the Sunday, I decided to prioritize my suntan. And Topias watched this game in his room. This was the 3-1 win at home to a good Gnistan team. Looking at the highlights, it seems that we deserved the win, but also rode our luck a little as well. They had 2 or 3 really good opportunities, but either good goalkeeping or bad finishing prevented them scoring more. Kasper, you scored. This is one who scored with a header.
Yes.
Nice, flying in at the back post to head in, and a couple from Rasse Karjalainen as well from 2 good strikes inside the box. And Jules, I couldn't see you hanging over the fence behind the goal when the goals went in. Were you not there?
I wasn't there. Yeah, that's my first home game I've missed this season.
Okay, well, I think
I felt guilty about it. I was at the cottage. I'd come back to Seinäjoki on the Friday, driven back on the Saturday to the cottage, and it's like 2.5 hours away. And then it was 30 degrees, was it not, Kasper? Was it really hot?
Yeah, it was around that time. It was
Yeah.
like close to 30.
Yeah, the
What
lake was
was
too
your
inviting.
what was your yeah, I'm sure it was. What was your perspective of the game, Kasper?
Yeah, we were. I feel like we deserved the win 100%. When you look at the statistics, you can see that we were a uh, more dangerous team. We created more and we were more. Of course, you can always create more, but if you don't score your chances, then it doesn't count for anything. But in this game, we took our chances and we scored many good, those 3 good goals, really good goals, and yeah, we had a little bit difficult start to the match. Mm, they scored the goal a little bit from our mistakes. We gave the ball away, and then it was a difficult situation because I remember, if I remember correct, we lost the ball in our corner, and they just put it in the box and put it in the cutback area, and really nice finish from the Knistan player there, and we go 1-0 down. But I think what was so good from us is was the reaction of the team in that game,
Yeah.
that we kept pushing for the 1-1 goal, which didn't arrive in the first half, even though we had a couple of chances, but we didn't get sad for not scoring from those chances, but we kept get going and get pushing. And also at the start of the second half, they had a couple of like counter attack chances. I remember one where the Gnistan striker passed the ball to the second post area to Arko Mensa, and Rope came out and made a really good save to keep it at 1-0 instead of 2-0. And then a little bit after that, we scored a 1-1 goal, and then a really quick 2-1 goal. And I think that really hurt Nistan mentally, because they were leading and they could have been 2-0 up, and all of a sudden, 10 minutes after, they are 2-1 down. And and we just kept going from there, and going for the kill and going for the third goal, which then came from Ras's really nice touch inside the box, and perfect finish.
I just realised that's
It was a really
Oulu hat
really
trick.
well done. True.
Yeah.
True.
I think it was important.
How many
result.
goals? 16 goals from Oulu
From
Yeah.
Oulu.
Oulu
Wow.
this
Okay.
season.
Yeah.
No, as I say, I think it's a really important result because it just put that bit of distance between us being in the top half and the teams that are in the bottom half of the table. Then we had to wait a week, and this is the strange thing now, because Thursdays were kind of kept free because of potential European games. So now we're kind of playing just once a week through July and into August. So a week later was, well, a spanking, really, away to Inter. We lost 4-1. Inter were 3-0 up in the first half. In the first half, and Kasper, you got our goal in injury time of the first half. One of these goals from you that's becoming quite familiar now. One of these long range shots and driving balls sort of just inside the post. But I also noticed that Valentin Gask had a chance, I think, also right near the end of the first half, with a header that could have made it 3-2.
Yeah, exactly. We were really bad in the first half, and well, the whole game actually. We weren't at our level. Was a really bad game from all of us in the team, and yeah, it should never be 3-0 after half time. But yeah, we got the 3-1 goal in the extra time of the added time of the first half, And almost scored to 3-2, which would have been like a real robbery, because they would feel really mentally crushed, I feel like, because they deserved the 3-1 lead, I would say, 2-goal lead after the first half. But if we would have gotten to 3-2, then it would have been maybe a different game. In the second half, we could have gone for the 3-3 and maybe push for 4-3. I don't know, but also in the second half, we couldn't get enough pressure on them, and they're a good team. You can see that, and we didn't get enough pressure on the ball, and they are a really strong team on
What are they so good at
defensive
doing?
wise.
I was going to say, what are they so good at doing? Because
They are a really good defensive team. When you look at the goals conceded, they haven't conceded. They have conceded clearly the least goals, Veikkausliiga, and also the fact that they are really versatile in their attacking phase, because they have shown that they can break down a low block. As I was watching the Hoiko Inter game, which was I think a couple of days ago.
that was also 4-1 to Inter.
Yeah, and they can break down a low block, but I think their biggest strength is in the fast counters. So they are a really versatile team in the attacking phase, and they have some really good quality players all around the team. So yeah, and they have been consistent. Of course, all of the other teams have had some bad moments during the season, but they have yet.
No, that's true. They haven't
Still
even lost
unbeaten,
the
aren't
game
they?
yet.
Yeah, they're still unbeaten, and they are winning 1-0 against Oulu right now. I have the game.
Right.
Game there.
Okay. Well, let's see if that's another 4-1 victory for them. They should win the game anyway.
How long has been played?
It's at half time now.
Okay.
All right.
After that Inter game,
Is your brother playing?
Yeah, he's playing. That's why I put it on.
Yeah.
Right.
After that Inter game, Stevie said that during the week before, training had been good, but the day before, it was not at the right level. Now, I'm not going to ask you to name names, but what does it mean, not at the right level, and why does that happen sometimes?
I don't know. First of all, like, not being at the right level is just overall, I would say, like, clumsiness, not being like technical mistakes that we wouldn't normally do, and overall the intensity, which can be because of many reasons. I don't know, like, of course, all of us have bad days, but if we have collectively bad day as a team in the training field, it's a day wasted, of course. But I don't know. It can be that one of the players or a couple of the players have a bad day technically, and then it infects kind of the other players, and it goes around, and it's not that the training becomes not that intensive, and we don't get the same quality in the training that we normally do, and that the quality that of the standards that we have put. Of course, the standards are high, so there's not any time to slip up, not any days to slip up. So we had a bad training there, which is not optimal day before the match.
Can that go into the match? You know, does that feeling that yesterday wasn't very good, does it spread into when it's match day -1? Can that spread into?
I don't know. Of course, if you have a bad training, it's always a little bit frustrating. But I don't know. For me personally, I don't. If I have like, for example, today I felt like I wasn't at my best, which I was really mad at myself about. And but you just have to forget it, and you have to realize that tomorrow is another day, like Martin says, tomorrow is another day. So you just have to try to, of course, learn from the bad days, like why it happened. Did you sleep worse than normal? Did you eat or drink enough? What were the reasons that you weren't at your sharpest? But you just have to also try to forget that, because it's normal. It's normal that you sometimes have a bad day. Technically, everything doesn't go as planned.
Something
So,
I've always wondered, and going even closer to the game. You know, before the game, and you're all having shots at goal. Some days everything is going in, and some days nothing is going in.
That's when Satu's most at risk from flying balls. She feels targeted.
How much does that affect you? You think, oh, I'm definitely going to score today. Everything I touch has gone in, or do you think I'm using up all my luck now? Or do you think that if they're not going in, do you think, oh well, it doesn't matter? I mean, how much does that affect you? The pre-game shooting. How much does that carry into the actual game?
That's a good question. I don't. Of course, we joke about it. If you are like scoring every shot in that warm up, some of the guys tell you, okay, save some goals for the game also.
Yeah.
That's the same on Sunday mornings playing with your amateur team as well. This same comments amongst them.
Yeah, it's the same stuff all around. But I don't know. It doesn't. Sometimes I don't feel like there's any like real connection there, because some days I shoot like this, the warm up, and then in the game I feel like everything is working and everything is going well. But then sometimes, even if I shoot really well in the warm up, it can still go both ways. But I don't know. I haven't had games where I feel like I'm not in the zone yet. I've always, when I'm on the pitch, you don't think about the warm up. You don't think about the past week form. You think about the now. You think about where am I now? What can I do now? So of course you try to get into the zone, and when you get into, at least for me, when I get into those spaces where I can shoot and where I can find a way to get a shot, I always feel like I will score, of course.
Because last Sunday, everything was going in the warm-up, and we ended up beating Kotka 3-0. Do you want to talk us through more, Mark?
Yeah, well,
let's not go into the goals, because we talked so long, but just the main points.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's important to say that it was Kasper scored, getting his 9th goal of the season, but also goals for Enlisted Vargas and Babacar Fati.
Fati's goal was sweet, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really nice. And actually, I filmed that just because I was up a little bit further back in the stand. I filmed it, and it's always nice. And when I do the score updates to our WhatsApp group, it's always nice if you got a video there as well.
Yeah.
But it did look great from there.
One of the goals of the season.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, up there maybe with Enlisted Vargas's long range shot. But then I think also we've had a lot of good team goals.
Alphalus?
Yes.
Oh, no. Sorry, Masterkangas.
Yeah, that as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the ones Stevie will sometimes send me a little clip of a goal, and it's not necessarily the final shot that he's most happy with. It's the fact that there's been 17 touches leading up to that.
That's because he's a coach.
Yeah, well, that is
Yes.
his team doing what he wants them to
Yeah,
do.
exactly,
I suppose, yeah.
exactly. You know, we're
but
fans. We like the screamer. You know, so-
But I think his press conference, he was happy with the game, but said that, we weren't at our best, but still a 3-0 win is a 3-0 win. We'll take that.
And we should say, Rope Pioneer, it was 2-0 and he saved from Petri Forsell. So that was a could have been a big turning point. So it's not just in attack that we excelled. Well done, Rope.
No, that's true. We'll talk about
how good's Rope's English? Should we get him on?
Yeah, Rope. I've
is
spoken
good.
to Rope. Yeah, he'll come on. He'll come on one day, I'm sure. I remember, Jules, at the start, before the season started, he phoned me to try and sell me a season ticket. And when I was so confused as to why Rope Paananen was calling me that I just said, "Look, I'm sorry, can you say that in English?" And he just switched like that and said it in
Right.
English. So yeah, he can even do sales in English.
Did you buy the ticket? Did you buy the season ticket?
I had to let him down because I'd already bought my ticket. The
Right.
records were wrong.
Okay.
We'll just come up and talk about upcoming fixtures, but I've got one question I've been meaning to ask you for a while, Kasper, and it's about socks. What's this thing about grip socks that every player seems to wear nowadays, and why do you and many other players feel that you have to cut your socks to pieces so they look like lacy stockings?
Is that what grip socks are?
No, well, there you go. So explain to Jules what a grip sock.
Explain to the old man.
So the grip socks are the ones that you put like you have the sleeve that you like a longer sock that you put on top that covers your calf. But then the grip socks are like tennis socks, like normal tennis socks. But then there's like on the bottom there's like stickers. Like I don't know.
Like
how to
silicone
explain.
or something
There's
like that, is it?
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Like
something
rubber.
that like grips. And I didn't used to use them, but at some point, some years ago, I don't remember when, I started to use them, and I realized that the foot moves a lot less inside the shoe.
Okay.
So after I started to use them, after I tried them, I couldn't go back.
Yeah.
So it became a necessity. Nowadays I have to always have those grip socks to
That's where
feel
I've
that
been going
the
wrong.
foot is not moving.
That's where I've been going wrong. Does it work for fish players as well?
Yes.
Well, it'll
Yeah,
stop your
a booster.
foot slipping, Jules. It won't necessarily make you a better player.
Will it stop my foot sliding into somebody else's shin?
No. But Kasper, what about this cutting the socks? No, I don't mean like Jules. First of all, watch a football match and look. Every player has small white socks, and then they have like their football sock is now a sleeve.
Yeah, I've noticed that there's kind of a hole in the back.
But then now players cut holes in the back. What does that do for you, Kasper?
So I cut them because I feel like the even though I don't have the biggest calves, I feel like the sock is still pressing. It's a little bit too tight. So I feel like if I cut it a little bit there, which I maybe cut a little bit too much, because I can see also when I watch the games back that the holes are huge there. But I feel like it relaxes a little bit the sock, like it gives a little bit of breathing room, and I think it's 100% a mental thing. But I feel like it's a little bit more less pressure there, so maybe I feel like I won't get cramps that easily.
So
it's not
like a fashion
for me.
It's not like a fashion statement and cutting off your
jeans,
you know.
No, I think it's ugly.
Can these companies not just make bigger socks? It seems like such a simple answer, really.
Yeah. I don't know.
All right, enough of that nonsense.
I
Jules,
suppose you don't put those up when Father Christmas comes, do you? That's all your presents will fall out.
you're a tool. Now, take us through the upcoming fixtures and let's let Kasper get back to his normal, sensible life.
Okay. Oh well, yeah. So we got 3 away games in August.
Yeah.
But they're all free away games where our easy to travel to. So on Sunday we go to the port of Seinäjoki.
Port of Seinäjoki. Oh, that's fighting talk.
Yeah, and it's 18:30 kickoff. There's a bus there, and there's still spaces on the bus if you wanna come along.
Just to be completely clear, Jules, this is away to Vasa.
Away to Vasa.
Just in case anyone doesn't know what the port of Seinäjoki is.
Yep. So kickoff is at 18:30, and we will be leaving with the 3 points about 90 minutes later.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here's hope.
And I've already said to Kasper, and he's already well on the way to becoming an SJK legend. But if anybody else wants to score a hat trick or score a brace against VPS, and then you're an SJK legend. So
that would be nice.
Yep. So then after that, there's the Monday, and the following week we're away to Yarrow, new stadium there. Evening kickoff. There's a bus to that one, and then a week later, then there's a way to Haka. So they're all, almost the 3 closest games if you discount Ilves. So they're all doable. They're all teams that are in the bottom half of the league. Well, VPS is like flirting with the bottom half, but I would say they're all winnable games. And if we were to get 9 points from that, then it would make our league position look really good, because a lot of the teams above us are playing against each other. So this is a real good chance to pick up some points. Yeah,
there'll be a big group of us going on Sunday to Vasa. We'll all be on the bus together, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. How do you feel about? I mean, you're from Oulu, so you don't know what it's like to play VPS. But like, how do you and how did players view this? Is it another game, or is there a special little bit because it's a derby?
Of course, there's a little extra charge, and of course we go into the game, and you when you go into the game, you have we talk about it before the match that this is a derby. We have to give everything like always, but there's always that extra pressure in a good sense to fight, and because you know that the game will be quite physical, and the game can become a little bit hectic. You have to be ready for that.
As an older boy, that's a total strange question. Have you ever had spinach pancakes and mincemeat sauce?
Yes, I tried them in last season. We had like it was something for the SJK Instagram social media. They had couple of us try that, and I liked it. But I think the key is in the sauce, because the sauce was really nice.
Yeah.
I have to say that when I first heard about this, Satu made some at home, and the pancakes also had flavour. So it is possible to have spinach pancakes with flavour as well. I'm not so sure about those ones from the supermarket, but I don't want to talk bad about our sponsors, so we'll leave it there. Jules, I think that just about wraps it up.
Yeah,
for this
it's
episode.
been a long one.
It's been a long one.
Listeners, for sticking with us all the way
through.
through.
Thanks to Kasper for sticking with us.
Yeah.
Thanks you guys.
Yeah, great insight, Kasper. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it was good. I think there's interesting stuff there for the fans, but also for anyone who's just interested in football and Finnish football.
We should especially thank Kasper, because we've been trying to get another SJK player to come on.
Let's not name names, but
he said he would, and then he then went a bit like a ghost.
Yeah. So, Kasper, do you reckon this player is how we would say in English, bottling it? Like, do you think he's like is a bit scared?
Has to be.
Maybe you can have a word with him for us, and we'll try and get him on next time, because we would really.
Yeah, I'll try to make him come on. I will.
Just tell him
Try my
that
best.
these two English idiots would really like to talk to him.
Yeah, and I have said that it's not like this is not a real interview. I'm talking with you guys like we talk when we see each other on the street or see at the stadium.
Mm.
So it's not like a real interview. It's really light. So and we can talk really about anything here. So and also this player talks good English. So I give something away there, but this player talks good English, but
Then
I don't know why
see.
why he doesn't want to come on.
Let's see if we can get him on here.
Yeah, let's try to get him.
Listener, remember you can subscribe to the show wherever you're listening, and you can find the whole archive of our episodes on YouTube.
And you can contact the Seinäjoki Supporters Podcast by email at seinäjokifootballpod@gmail.com. You can find links to all our content on Linktree at Seinäjoki Football Pod.
You're getting good at this, Jules.
Yeah, it's practice. It's all there. And also, if you're listening, this is like the first cut. You know, this hasn't been redone like most of them are.
No, certainly not.
Yep.
No edits.
No. Since you took out the HTTPS.
Apart from the two swear words that I'm going to have to go back and edit out, but I'll let the listeners see if they can follow.
I put one in, didn't I? But Kasper started it. Kasper started it.
My bad.
Are you 12, for goodness sake? Right. We also have a WhatsApp group to continue the This is the longest outro we've ever done. It's just going all over the place. We have a WhatsApp group to continue the conversation between podcasts, open to any fan of SJK. So if you want to join, go to the Linktree, find the link to request joining the group, and I'll approve you for joining if you're a fan, not if you're some rando from America. Loads of American numbers want to join, and I always reply with a message, and if you don't reply to that, or if you don't reply in a satisfactory way, ain't getting in. But this group is open to family members of SJK's international players. If they want to follow what's going on at the club, we do sort of game updates and share bits of news in between the games as well.
And just to make this episode even longer, so until the next episode, but more importantly, see you in the port of Seinäjoki, or on the coach to the port of Seinäjoki on Sunday. Was it Pohjanmaan derby, Pohjalais derby?
Because apparently it's been renamed.
We were trained, but we're Etelä-Pohjanmaa. We are still in Pohjanmaa, and there's only one Pohjanmaa, and that's Etelä-Pohjanmaa. And also, that's one of my hobby horses. It's not South Ostrobotnia, it's Etelä-Pohjanmaa or South Pohjanmaa. Anyway, see you there, and I'm already excited. It's Friday night, and I'm already excited for it. It'll be a good trip out. So goodbye.
Hey,
Hey.